talk about the analog between high-performing sports teams and high-performing management and boards.
We are privileged this evening to have with us two superstars in the world of corporate governance who also happen to be insiders in the world of sports.
One thing about sports, just like corporate boards, they keep score. You learn that early on. If you define what success is, then it's easier to measure it. It's easy to size up your talent. Do you need another rebounder? Do you need a reliever? But without defining success, I think it's hard to be a leader as a board.
You also need leadership, which normally comes from coaches and also sometimes from management within a team structure.
What should we be looking for in terms of culture?
We can disagree, but we are very collegial, and honestly, when we make a decision, we're all in it together.
Sports is very analogous to the board because no CEO on their own can do it. No board chairman, independent lead director can do it. It really does take it all. So I think it's very important to understand that we all have our limitations. We have to be good at what we do, but you also have to respect and go to your go-to move when you need it. And I think good boards do that, and the culture then have to talk about it. It's kind of understood.
As chair of the governance committees, I always look for integrity, integrity, integrity. Everything else is third, fourth, or fifth. Because if you don't get individuals, such as yourselves, who are people of integrity, then you might find one day your wrist cut off because somebody went rogue.
What exactly is the code of conduct in terms of the expectations that we have both of teams and boards?
The worst thing, I think, a breach of a code of conduct, maybe not a legal breach, but it's kind of an ethical breach, is to be on the board and not be prepared.
How do we measure performance?
One thing good about sports is you get immediate feedback, right? You know, bad pitch, it's a home run. Boards, they kind of cover it up, right? So I think the critical evaluation is very important. Self-evaluation, but also as a board, to be critical of the board and your fellow board members.
How involved do we get into strategy?
I think it's very hard when you get into strategic discussions, if you will, to have board members who are not in management, I'm going to say leading the discussion.
We have sports greats here for which we're so honored and privileged to have here this evening, and thank you for being here.